Start the morning with coffee in your cup. Time to hang out with friends and chat it up. Bring a smile and good luck. Hit that like button and let's chat it up. Good times start with us, you and me. Good morning, welcome to the morning coffee show. Let's talk. Start the morning with coffee in your cup. Time to hang out with friends and chat it up. Bring a smile and good luck. Hit that like button and let's chat it up. Good times start with us, you and me. Good morning, welcome to the morning coffee show. Let's talk from in the shell and share good vibes and good times. Good friends and trends that bend the senses. Let's get a bit senseless. Welcome to the morning coffee show, where we bring good vibes and good times. Welcome to the morning coffee show with Super Fast Tortoise. Welcome to the morning coffee show, where we have the flow. Good vibes from head to toe. Let the happiness take you in.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the morning show. The show with the flow, everybody. Welcome to the show.
Good morning.
Welcome to this show. We're not on that show. We're on this show.
Oh, okay. Good morning.
We got Hellwheeler, Lone Wolf, kjcowboydan. How's it going, everybody?
Doing all right here. Just tired a little bit, but I had pretty much a lot of fun yesterday till 2 a.m. this morning.
2 in the morning.
Oh yeah.
Crashed out last night. I turned on your stream. Your second stream. Went to the bedroom and just slept. You got a view for nothing.
Wow. Well, I mean, it still worked. I mean, it's still good. I mean, I do appreciate it. I did pick. I'm at 96 subs now, not counting the 1K. 1K 96. Pretty good. Picked up some subs last night.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, that's pretty positive. Love it. And Lone Wolf shaved his beard, so he looks like a young kid today.
Yeah, that's what I heard too.
Mm-hmm.
No.
He's like, no. KJ, how are you doing today? How are you doing this morning?
I'm not having a good day, but I'm doing.
Not a good day. I'm sorry, it's not a good day.
No. Sometimes you got to sit down and you got to think about where you're going in life. You got to look at the purpose. Now, a lot of changes have been going on in my side of the community lately. I backed away from a few projects and over the last couple of months, and now I'm evaluating where everything's going from here, particularly with my channels, the shows I produce, and what I want to do from there. I've added a lot of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. From opening up my Spotify page to starting a new show and bringing back an old show.
Nice.
I have a lot of things that are in the fire, and it has hit a point where I need to evaluate what the purpose of all that is.
Oh yeah,
and where it's going.
That's good, because that's what today's episode is about. The topic is about a purpose-driven YouTube channel, because sometimes it's hard to stay focused when you're growing, and when you're growing exponentially.
No. My aspect of the purpose, which probably might get into while we're doing today's episode, is not necessarily about the growth. it's more of where I'm going to be taking my channel to help other streamers, as I've had stated several times throughout the last year. That's my mission. And trying to figure out what to do with that purpose of that and where to take it. As there's been a lot going on in the background, and
there's a lot going on for sure. Really quick, I want to say hello to Sonic Juice Scoob.
Good.
All right, hold on. All right, Mike. We got 77 MTG. What's up? How's it going? Yeah.
7 MTG does have a YouTube channel. He is a fellow content creator. Check him out, guys.
Check him out. Check it out. All right. Yeah. So, and by growth on YouTube doesn't always mean you're growing subs.
That's right.
Like right now, KJ's channel, or KJ's, let's say his video social media is doing a lot because he does Twitch and he does some YouTube, and he's continuing to grow what's on his channel. And he's doing a lot. Like KJ, there's a lot in the background that he's doing. You know, up front he looks pretty simple. You know, pretty simple. He looks pretty chill, but in the background he's just doing a lot. We've talked about what he's doing, some of the things he's working on, and some of it's cool. So if you haven't checked it out, everybody, follow his Twitch page. He's doing a lot. He has plans, and yeah, and that's a good shout out because KJ is on top of it. One of the things I want to talk about, a purpose-driven YouTube channel, and I put YouTube because I'm on YouTube. But if you read the description, it says in quotations, other social video channels, you know? Right. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. And there's a lot of things that are going on, right? Like the purpose of the morning show is to send positive vibes out and have a good time. Sometimes it misfires, sometimes it goes a different direction, but the main goal of the morning show is to have a good time. But that's just the morning show. Then on my channel itself, you know, I got video games. Like Mondays, I'm doing Miles Morales right now. Wednesdays, I'm supposed to be doing Jurassic World Evolution 2. Sorry, I couldn't do last night. I was just under the weather. Then like tonight and tomorrow is Commander games, and my channel is diverse. It does different things. But I try to keep the overall theme about positivity, and I try to do magic. Like when I do my MTG3 show, my MTG3 show is not like weekly. It's pretty much right now about monthly. I produce a show, and I make a show on MTG3 that talks about a topic of magic, and it's a big hit for what it is. Like I'm surprised I got the 90 views on the last video I did, but like. There's a purpose because like one thing I've been studying is the click rate of people subscribing, and one of the things I learned is people usually subscribe to someone because of a particular content that they create, something that adds value to their lives on the subject that they're going for.
Right.
You know. Oh, Scuba Tube, how was the jalapeno pizza? It was delicious.
I bet.
Delicious. Like the jalapeno pizza had sausage, bacon, and ranch on it. Because that's what normally came on the pizza. And it was like a meat lover's pizza. And I put fresh homegrown jalapenos on half the pizza. And I ate that half. Wife had the non-jalapeno half. Because, yeah, she didn't want to deal with the spiciness.
Well, I can put some mushrooms on that thing and put some black olives on it. And went to town there. It's good.
One, we didn't have black olives, and two, I didn't open up the mushrooms till today. Because today the wife has to go to work early. Like once I'm done with the show, I got to get off, kind of thing. Because she leave for work at 1, so I had to create our dinner before the show, and we ate dinner before the show, and and we had basically scrambled quiche without the pie crust or whatever. Which I love scrambled eggs with all the jazz. I love omelets with all the jazz on it.
Oh yeah.
You know, so and so
Give me a 6-egg. Give me a 6-egg omelet, and I'm good.
6 egg.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. We had fresh farm eggs, so it was like better.
Those are the best.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, there's something about a fresh farm egg that's just over the top from your store-bought eggs. And I can't say the same for fresh farm milk because I can't stand fresh farm milk.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not too keen on the farm milk either. Eggs, oh man.
But going back to the topic in hand, a purpose-driven YouTube channel, purpose-driven channel in general. And you can take the YouTube part and just put in social media because, you know, because like a smart person, and I'm not smart on this because I don't want a Twitter page or an X page or whatever. I barely touch my Instagram page. I do Facebook, but not as often. And in fact, I run most of the stuff I actually am more occupied with on Facebook is for the toy sales group I have. And whenever I do something special on the channel, I post it in my Facebook page there. But Discord is like my main thing. But a smart social medialist will have a channel and grow it out into different platforms like X and whatever is like X out there. You know, things that get it out. Facebook, Instagram, they do a lot there. They push their content to grow in that different way. But one of the things I notice a lot of smaller YouTubers struggle with, and I sometimes struggle with this, but I think I do good at supplanting it, is finding a YouTube identity. And I was talking about yesterday about a YouTuber I've watched who has kind of a not a toxic chat, but a kind of like a ununiformed chat that goes off into things they shouldn't on a social media place like that, like YouTube. And he let them dictate the direction of his channel's dialogue. And so in essence, he kind of lost his identity and built it off the chat. And which is a thing that works for some people, but it definitely takes away from the channel identity, because like the strongest channels I've noticed love to integrate chat in whatever they can.
Yep.
But they try to supplant an identity and personality, and they have a goal in mind to reach, and they keep on that goal, and they write it out, they path it out, and they go to reach that goal while they build their community, which is one of the most important parts about the purpose of YouTube, is understanding and working with that community. Ooh, that's a lot.
Okay. I got what you were saying. There are things I disagree with you on.
You disagree?
Okay. I disagree with you on a few things. First of all, you're right on a lot of that. You do need to have all that. I disagree that you're about the identity thing with your channel. I don't believe that people should be cornholed into one topic. Those people who are like, I'm a magic streamer. Okay, fine. But you are going to be in the small niche. You got to realize if you're going to go pop culture streamer, then you're going to open up your niche. If you don't know certain things about certain things, just don't cover those topics. That's I grew up with the whole Walt Disney generation, and I mean not his generation, but the people who grew up on his works. And Walt Disney always said that he wouldn't hire anybody if they didn't do three things: sing, dance, and act, which means multiversatile. I am a variety streamer. I'm a variety person.
Right.
Even when I was a DJ, I was doing variety work. I was doing trivia hosting, DJ, karaoke, sound engineering. I was doing event management. I did not like sit in one spot, and I don't believe that that your personality is that one thing that you do. That one, that's kind of what you were getting at. And I believe that that's a good way to either cornhole yourself, not fail a channel. You'll actually succeed that way. Absolutely. But I don't believe that you're going to enjoy what you do. You're going to get burnout. And eventually, like there are people, and I've seen this argument in the TCG community already with Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh channels, that even though they keep releasing content, it's just they get burnt out covering the one topic. There are a couple of people who've come into our chat who are regulars in our chat who've one of which have recently rebranded his content because he was getting burnt out on just doing one topic, which was Magic at the time.
All right. So really quick though, I want to add in. I wasn't talking about niching yourself so hard.
Oh yeah, but that's how you were putting it off. When you were saying that's what you were your monologue right there. It came off right there is you got to pick one thing. That's the way it came off to me, and I disagree with that statement altogether.
Right, because in that monologue, I expressed how I do different things throughout the channel myself.
Right, but you expressed heavily on having that one thing. And I disagree with that statement.
No, I disagree about niching yourself down to one thing.
With the way you had it phrased, I disagree with it, and I think, and if other people heard it the way I did, that's what it sounds like. That's what it sounds like you're telling people. And in my opinion, while it is a surefire way to get instant success in a small niche, it is not a way to grow. And if you don't sing, dance, and act like a puppet and do all these things that you need to do in the entertainment industry, if you're not doing all those things, you're not going to grow because you're not going to expand your thing. I believe it's in that system. I have seen the entertainment industry for longer than I've been alive work that way. And a lot of people in YouTube are pressing the idea of you have your one niche. You are that streamer. You are that person. When people ask what kind of streamer you are, and you're not saying variety streamer, and you're saying one niche, well, I'm a Fortnite streamer. Well, good luck when that game's no longer popular.
Right.
Good luck with your entire following when that game stops being popular and everybody stops disappearing. And you're like, I'm a Fortnite streamer though. I don't have following in another game. And now you have to pick a new game and virtually rebuild your following. Sure, some of them will come back. Oh, you're a gamer. Okay. And people are going to grow up. Those kids are going to grow up, and they're going to want to watch the news, and they're going to want to watch commentary, and they're going to want to watch grown-up things. Don't be a 50-year-old man playing Fortnite all the time. If you're not sitting there talking about something, you're just a man in your late 30s, early 50s, or whatever, whatever age you are, playing a video game, a children's play toy, and you're not growing your following.
Right. We got TC Dude in chat. TC Dude, what's up? And rest in peace, Hulk Hogan. Did I miss that news?
What?
That's 3.
What?
That's 3 now.
That's 3. Oh, yeah. Yeah, for sure. I just haven't heard that.
I didn't know Hulk Hogan passed away. I
didn't hear that either.
I know there was a singer that passed away.
Right.
But
Ozzy.
that's the only one I heard. Yeah, that's the only one I heard about.
Well, there we go. I finally found the confirmation. Usually I see it on Facebook first, and I dig a little.
That was the first thing I saw on Twitter when I.
Well,
I guess breaking news coming from Tortoise's coffee channel, coffee show.
Right.
Wow.
All right. a little back on what KJ was talking about. Yes, I've seen people try different things on their channel and succeed. There's been channels I've watched a long time ago. Hey, Tibalt. There's channels I watched a long time ago where they were kind of a niche channel, but they're like, hey, this is something I'm interested. Are you interested in it? And they tried it out, and in some cases just blew up, and people got excited about it, and they gave them a different direction, because people do get tired of doing the same thing over and over. In fact, there was this punk rock channel I used to watch where this guy like talked about the history of bands and where they are today, and that was all his channel, and he got burned out of it quick. And instead of doing something else, he backed away from the YouTube scene and went with like some weird company, which I don't know about that, so I can't talk about it. But like for a personal example, I
wasn't talking about burnout though. I wasn't talking about burnout.
Right.
You know, what I was talking about is niching yourself into one place. You were using it in the form of talking about growth. And I was trying to talk about growth, but burnout is a thing, but
right.
I'm talking about you shouldn't be niching yourself into one little genre, because forget about burnout. If you burn out, you're probably going to burn out anyway. It doesn't matter what genre you're doing. Burnout's burnout.
And it's
somebody in our community is experiencing burnout right now, and but burnout, you step away, you walk away, you come back, you deal with that stuff, and then you go live again after you've recovered from burnout. Like we're talking about growth and sticking yourself into one scenario. You can't just walk away when you're trying to grow. And if you walk away just a couple of weeks away, heck, even a couple of missed shows away, gives your viewer an opportunity to go watch another show and about other topics. And and most likely about other topics you're not covering.
Well, I've noticed some other streamers that has suffered from burnout, and they just walk away from streaming. And but there's one that I know of. All he was doing videos, and he got burned out. So then he started doing lives, and now he's back livelier than ever.
Well, he tried something different, and he ended up enjoying it, which is like what I was going to say to like what KJ was saying is like in the analytics thing, I've seen people come and go from this channel, always getting different people and getting some long-term people by playing different video games all the time. When I play a different video game, I'll get certain people watching that specific game, and that's what they hang out for. Then they get introduced to the morning show or something, or one of my other topics videos, like my MTG3 videos, and get people following those videos. Playing different things, doing different things is a way not only to grow your channel by doing different things, but you also supplant a different purpose when you do it, right? Because like when people think purpose, and one of the most annoying things I watch on YouTube is how to grow your channel videos. Because when you're a new YouTuber, you watch a bunch of that stuff, and as you get more experienced, about about 2/3 of it's bullshit. And I hate to say that, but
it is about 2/3 of those how to grow your YouTube channels are bullshit. And here's the reason why. A lot of the YouTubers on those things are going to tell you the wrong information to make your YouTube fail. A lot of those YouTubers are formerly larger YouTubers who've gone into more of an instructional thing, or YouTubers that haven't made a following for themselves really other than instructionals. So, and they're going to tell you how not to compete with them. And a lot of them tell you to cornhole yourself into one genre. And then you get these situations. Well, I'm not growing. I hear a few people in our community right now constantly talking to me about not growing. And I'm like, okay, what does it matter? Well, my following needs to be a certain height. Or my favorite is, somebody was asking me what makes you qualified to tell people what to do with their channels. I said, well, I'm not telling people what to do with their channels. I'm telling people what not to do with a live entertainment show. As a person who for 23 years had been hosting live entertainment, I was planning events and I was planning events, and I was hosting shows. I was DJing. I was doing sound work. I did the live entertainment, literally live entertainment.
Right.
And well, what's your following? What does
Mhm.
my following number have to do with anything?
Right.
How much money did you bring in for 23 years? Hold on a second. I gotta, but the thing is like, you're not gonna make money playing one bar. You're gonna play money playing all the bars.
Right.
And those people who want to sit there and cornhole themselves in the one tiny little niche, you're guaranteed to only succeed.
Right.
You're not guaranteed to succeed. I'll be right back.
Okay. Metamonk, hello. Welcome from traveling from portal to portal, dimension to dimension to make it here on this morning show. Metamonk. So yes. But like one of the things I wanted to supplant is having a purpose for channel, like giving yourself a goal. It is easier in the long run to set yourself goals to go through. But one of the things a lot of people don't tell you about or talk about, and God knows that people don't want to scare you off for some reason, the amount of work it goes into producing a channel, like the background stuff. If you're running a lot of graphics, if you're running OBS, all right, because people think OBS is free, it got to be easy to use, but really OBS is like, boom, like it's free. But you got to do your work.
Yeah, I mean, it just ain't going to do it itself. I mean, you still got to figure stuff out, work on it, and get it the way you need it.
Right, and you want to create a purpose. You want to create a purpose for yourself, so you enjoy what you do. Because like I enjoy what I do, and I do what I do because I want to enjoy it. You know, I can't focus on the subscriber count and be like, I'm trying to gain subscribers instead of lose subscribers, but I'm trying to build a community that wants to be here with me, hang out with me as a person here. So I went in blind to OBS, lasted 2 minutes before I went to YouTube. That's funny. That's true. Tibalt, gotta bounce, guys. Hey, hello. Thank you for hitting that like.
See you, Tibalt.
Woo-woo. But yeah, like if you have a purpose for something, and for some people it's creating a guideline, a footpath, a direction, something they want to reach. Some people it's putting in boundaries, what's the other word I'm thinking of, restraints on what they want to do. Like they create limits to what they want to do to stay into, because that's how some people like get into their creativity. They give restraints, say I want to do this but without doing that, and that, and they'll find ways to be more creative in that realm. And what they'll do, a smart person would do, I should say, is they'll kind of create a path, follow it, see if they enjoy it, see if it gets them where they want. And you got to be patient with YouTube and the other things. So you're not just gonna get struck by lightning overnight. Sometimes it takes a while.
Yep.
You know, it's got to be good. You know, and man, you gotta have the dedication for it as well. Like you gotta be dedicated to the process. Like, it's easy to watch someone create a really good video on YouTube, like watch their finished product, but really behind all these videos and lives, you don't realize what they do in the background. You know, especially with video editing and stuff. There's a lot of stuff, like there's some videos I watch, you know, people spend some serious money on, like serious for the video to make the money back, because people buy and pay for these programs that they have subscription fees to. And they put these videos together, and they get all these graphics that they put together. They pay these editors to put this thing together, and they make a fantastic video. Yep. You know, and some people's goals are being hit in the direction that they want to go to. And one of the things I think a lot of people need to make up their mind about when they first get into YouTube is either one, is it for fun, or is it two, for business? And, because like, I think you're going to have more fun if you do it for fun, but if you do it for business, you got to start doing more research.
Right.
There's enough research in the fun stuff you have to do to learn to make a channel, grow a channel, and have fun with it. But if you're going to do for business, there's a lot of research you want to get into. We got to get into a lot more strategic planning you want to get into. Yeah, because YouTube has become the next 9 to 5.
Yep.
The worst is when it says free, spend hours editing, and hit the paywall at the end of the download. That's how Filmora got my money. Oh no!
Wow.
You can always use DaVinci Resolve for free, no matter what, with no subscription. And also, with DaVinci Resolve, you have access to all the things that you can have access to with Photoshop, PrintShop, and also programs like Filmora and vidIQ.
vidIQ. There's a lot of free programs out there,
and it's also what the professionals use too.
But one thing you want to know about all the programs, like with OBS, you got to be ready to learn. Got to be willing to learn, because even though it has the free price tag on it, it doesn't mean it's easy or cheap.
Right.
It's not. Well, no, it's not easy. If somebody's getting into content creation because they think it's easy, I hope they fail. Because I really do. I want you to fail. If you think you're going to get into content creation because you think it's easy, I want you to fail. So much, in fact, that I want you to get into it. Go in, say it's easy. I want you to end up turning out realizing you have to work your ass off, and you have people that rely on you when you're doing content creation, whether it be editors, co-hosts, guests, even and I'm not talking about people rely on you like the viewer. The viewer doesn't rely on you. The viewer is there on a regular basis. If you have a scheduled show, you're almost a time clock to them, and they enjoy listening to you on their time clock. So your responsibility in that case scenario is to learn how to keep on growing your channel, because ultimately, if you are that guy who's like, I want to make a business out of it, now not only are you having to research things every single day, and you have to keep in contact, you're running a 6-man business by this point by yourself.
That's right.
You're trying to edit. You know how long it takes to edit? Especially when you talk the way I do and have the problems.
Oh, Lord.
And hours upon hours. And then if you have to pay somebody, which means if you're going to have videos to edit, which means you have to have the video and money to pay somebody to edit, if you're going to pay somebody to edit. So which means you already have to do even better than that. So if you haven't already built your following, which you should have already been doing way before you even started your content creation, first of all, secondly, if you don't have the time investment, or you can't put the time investment in, don't do it, because it is a time lengthy thing to do. If you're doing pre-records, it's even longer, because the pre-records double your time. You have to record it, then you have to edit it. If you're doing lives, that's a lot easier, but lives, you can't guarantee that you're going to get enough people to come in, where pre-records, people are going to sit and watch it over and over again, but they're only going to watch it over and over again if you put good quality into it and good effort and know what you're friggin' doing. Unfortunately, most of the people out there who are doing the I'm joining because it's easy, all I have to do is play a video game. No, it's not all you have to do. I was talking to somebody last night after the podcast was over, because I was helping somebody out in our community. They decided to have a guest come over to their house, and they're sitting there saying, all you need to do is play a video game and you're going to get paid. You know how many people are on Twitch who got their affiliates, who aren't even getting checks on a regular basis, because just because they're playing their game and they got affiliate doesn't mean you're going to get paid. It means if people come to visit your channel, and if they watch your advertising, if they watch the things that's going on, you're going to get paid. And that's very little amount of money.
It's that viewership that pays you. It's not the fact that you're doing it. It's actually getting eyes on what you're doing.
And now
Right.
streamers at that point in time have to spend up to 16 hours a day on their computer streaming a friggin' game, hoping that somebody comes through. And they're like, oh, well, you know, it just didn't work. I got burnout. I couldn't do this, play Fortnite for 24 hours straight. Well, of course you couldn't. You didn't change up your thing. You weren't doing talk content. You weren't doing collaborations. Oh, I'm a Fortnite streamer. Oh, I'm a whatever. And then they worry about, oh, well, I didn't get enough ad revenue. Of course you didn't. You're only playing one game. You've attracted 3 people an average to your show. 3 people an hour at an average is what they say that like a lot of these gamers are getting when they don't have a following, because they're only playing one game. They're not expanding themselves. They're not sitting there taking the time to make clips and posting them to YouTube. They're not sitting there taking the time to do collaborations with somebody who will clip and has a following, and that will see you and their following clip you. You know, they're not putting themselves into the right places, and it takes time.
Right, it does take time.
And
Madamuk says he wants his channel to grow, not for monetary gain. He posts because it's fun, and and if it grows, that means people are interested in what he does, which is magic. And if it stays stagnant, people aren't enjoying it.
Right.
And like I can understand what you're saying there. Like when I feel like something's stagnant, I always try to do something different or come up with a different idea. Like today's topic came to me in a dream, which is weird because like I was dreaming about all our channels and the different personalities in our channels, and I'm like, you know what? The morning show is a mixed bag of nuts, and it's pretty interesting to see the growth of our channel. Like things could be worse, right?
Yep.
Like things could be worse. Like I'm not really growing like super fast, which is fine, but at the same time I'm not losing, and that's a bonus because some people don't think that I can get more subscribers, but people don't put in the idea of I could lose subscribers. You know, if you remember React World when that happened, do you remember React World, KJ?
you mean you talking about the kids reacting to things?
Yeah, and they tried, and the channel tried.
React. They just rebranded just to React. It was called Kids React, not React World. It was called Kids React. Now it's the channel changed to just React. The two owners of the channel, they got into a lot of stuff which I'm not willing to talk about on because
well the thing I'm talking about is they tried cornering the React style of media. And they wanted people to pay into.
Yeah, they tried to copyright the thing. That's what I'm talking about. They got in a whole lot of drama about the whole trying to copyright the style of stuff. It's too big of a conversation for me to want to talk about right here.
Right.
It's like a 2-hour combo. I mean, they pulled out. It was a lot of dirty stuff. Regarding their business practices. And,
right. The thing I wanted to bring up is they lost lots of subs because of that. And
then they sold the channel for a lot of money, and now the channel that what was the channel is still there, and it's still successful.
Right. Because they went and turned around and fixed everything. But the point being is they lost over thousands of subs over that, and people had YouTube videos of their live sub count going down at the time, and that's something to think about because, like, you know, you gain and you lose memberships, you gain and you lose subs, you gain and lose views, and really, like what you're going for should be based on your motivation. Like, is it for fun or is it for business? You know, and you should make your decisions based off that because that's the only two real things you have, because like people say I do videos for education, but really they're doing it for fun, or they do education for business. You know, right now
everything's for business.
Right.
Everything's for business.
Right. Well, I didn't start my channel for business, to believe it or not.
You thought that eventually you can get monetized, right?
Oh, when I got to it, I did. Right now I'm mainly Magic, but I've added Fugglers, and I watched some of your Fuggler videos, and soon D&D character creation, some gameplay, and eventually some art. Nice if you catch.
Yeah,
Cool.
I watch the Fugler videos. Yeah,
Yeah,
he does the Fugler
that's
show.
awesome.
Yeah.
Yes. Don't niche yourself in a corner on purpose, you know. But like, you know, start doing something because you love it, something that you think you can do something, because a hobby does either one or two things. It's either it's for fun or either you can make money off it. That's one thing I learned from reselling. And it's fun when both the fun and the money come together. I'll tell you what, you know, and it's awesome when everything works. But like, look at my channel. I failed multiple times. I failed. There's even times I've uploaded videos, had to take them down and correct spelling errors in my videos and stuff like that. You know, or I didn't pay attention that I put the wrong frame in the picture, so I said the wrong thing that I was talking about. Because when I first started making YouTube videos, I'd make my background images and my foreground images frame by frame, and I would go to a program called Audacity, and I'd record a dialogue script that I had. Then I would try to match the two together, the frames, which was easier to do. And I was doing this all on the original Windows Movie Maker, and there are times I messed up. When I create a background image, save as a PNG, I can't edit words that are misspelled. I got a little dyslexia in me. I can't always see my misspellings, you know. So now I know better to go back and try different things. But it's one of those things, right? I keep saving the files by files so I can fix it. Hold on. It's a lot of practice. It's a lot of errors. Like when KJ says you fell, don't take that as a bad thing. I don't think he means it as a bad thing.
Right.
If you really want
I mean it as an educational thing.
Yes.
When I'm telling you that you're going to fail, I'm educating you that you're going to fail. For those people who don't think they're going to fail, I like to see them fail, and I do take enjoyment out of watching those people fail. Right. But I take enjoyment out of that because I know that they're going to potentially learn from their failure, wipe their knees off again, and try again. You know, and the reason why you laugh at your buddies when they fall on their face, right? You laugh at your buddies when they fall on their face because, well, maybe you'll think not to do that again. Right. You know, when there was a very good point in topic on a show I was on the other day where we were talking about F around and find out, you know, you fail, you fall down and you get hurt, and then you found out you won't do that again. Oh yeah. You know, so like there is a purpose to failure, and if you haven't been a failure, then you're lying to yourself. And if you don't want to admit that you had been a failure, then you're not going to succeed, and you're not going to move forward until you come to the realization that you can and will fail. You're not infallible.
Oh yeah, and look, there's many times I watched newer YouTubers themselves do very novice mistakes. And when I see them, I look at it. I'm like, "Oh, this is." You can tell what's going to happen because you've been there before, and you're like, "I can see what's going to happen," and it happens. And I'm like, "Okay, I'm going to reach out to them, talk to them about it, and tell my experience and explain how they can do better, because I want them to think they can do better." Like one time, I had a friend. Well, he's still a friend, but he did a giveaway and he did it wrong. Did it way wrong, and I took advantage of that because I wanted the giveaway. So basically, there's this guy who said for every comment that you post on each video, one comment per video that of his, he'll put your name in a raffle type thing, and he'll draw the name and give you the prize. Well, people started doing that for the current videos he had, writing and leaving a certain comment, and they put their name in the raffle. But he said for every video. So I went through all 500 of his videos that he had and put that comment he wanted in each of those videos.
Oof.
And I didn't realize he was doing this, but he hand wrote every name on a little piece of paper.
Wow.
So I laughed hard when he pulled my name, and it's like, and I'm like, I said, yeah, I went through and commented on all of your videos because you said that's the way to win. And I got this booster box, which I gave away, of Japanese War of the Spark. And after that, I reached out to him and I said, here's how I won. Here's how I do giveaways later on. And I'm like, this is the best way to do this. This is the best way to go on with it. I told him I didn't interfere with his giveaway because I wanted the prize, but I didn't want to interfere with his learning on this because you know, I explained to him about comment picker. I explained to him about ways he can do giveaways, and I explained to him the raffle thing was borderline illegal. So
depends on which state you're in. Also, the TOS for regarding poll games, raffles, any kind of contest or something, you have to have part of the TOS in YouTube, particularly, is that you have to have like a separate place where people can go to for any point in time, whether you're doing a poll game, you're doing a raffle, you're doing a giveaway, whatever, you have to have a place that has the legal documentation that says that, what your state's law is on those. They can look it up at any point in time on your own website, what your stipulations and rules are in order to be valid for that. A lot of people, are like, yeah, I said it on the stream. Yeah, you pay for the shipping and handling, and then everything else is there. What's the shipping and handling? Well, you just pay for the shipping and handling, and everything else is there. They need to have all the numbers, all the shipping rates, and everything that you'll choose for the certain prizes or how they're shipped on a website. You have to have access to that. You have to have legal disclaimers. And most of these people on YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, Twitter, and whatnot that are small content creators doing their little raffles to attract a new following or a larger following, or to keep the retention of their following there. A lot of those people, we know a couple of them in the industry who are don't have that legal documentation. They do know that it is against TOS without the documentation, and it is. You can look it up in the TOS. You can go to YouTube and search the TOS on their terms of service for raffles, and it'll actually tell you have to have certain things. And they're not going to moderate the stuff, but you can get banned if they catch you breaking the TOS. So which pretty much means that once you start doing a raffle, okay, you've entered into a agreement between you and the participants of the raffle, or you and the participants of the draw poll, or you and the participants of the giveaway. And there is only so much there, and it can fall under your state gaming laws. It can fall under your state lottery laws. It could, because depending on how you put it, a raffle's like a lottery, you know. And so these people who are doing raffles, you're running an illegal lottery. And YouTube TOS actually states that you can't do that. And there are people who, particularly in the comic book and collectibles, and I'm pretty sure even the card side of YouTube, where people are running these poll games or these giveaways and these raffles, and they're not doing it right. And you know they don't. There are a few of them that don't have a website, that have the state requirements on it. They don't have what their requirements are for each user, and definitely shipping rates,
Right.
and what to do if said item that you entered into for is lost in the mail, how you claim, detailed information on all that. There is legals. I went over this with somebody just 2 nights ago, and because it is a very confusing situation, and if you don't or haven't already done so, find a website like legalzoom.com or a attorney and make sure you do your research. You can download a lot of the raffle paperwork for your state, a lot of the contest paperwork that you need. I actually used it a lot when I was doing karaoke competitions and hosting those.
Right. That makes sense. And yes, there's a lot, because like the reason why there's a lot of stipulations around giveaways. I mean, there's ways to do giveaways, the ways you can do it, but the reason why there's stipulations, especially on a big subscriber basis, is because usually with some giveaways being mailed to you, you have to handle delicate information. And that's just part of it. Have a good one, Madam Monk. Thanks for stopping by. Scuba Tube says, or Sonic Cheese Cube says, I started mine for low-cal content creator promo cards. Now I'm kind of just continuing to do my own thing still after I receive them. Just having fun. Have fun. Yes. If it's not fun, it's work.
Yep.
You know, some people enjoy work. Some people don't.
Right.
Like, when
I will accept the phrasing of the first part of that question.
All right. So one thing I want.
Yes, I was just. And if it's not fun, it is work. And as a procrastinator, I accept that statement. But if even if it's fun and you want to have quality, put some work into it. You know, I mean, it doesn't have to be the bad word that I make it out to be. If you're having fun doing it, you know, but put quality effort into what you're doing. It doesn't have to be work, you know. Put quality effort into it, you know. Don't leave people hanging, you know. Don't you know, if you have all these obligations and stuff that make it, as I said at the beginning of the show, if these obligations that make it hard for somebody to keep everybody posted, be where you're supposed to be. If you have a collaboration going, make sure that your collaborators have set things in plant, so that way they know, hey, you know, this isn't going to happen this week, or this isn't going to happen, or I can't make it to that. You guys are going to have to do this without me. Something, you know, otherwise the people that you're collaborating with, whatnot's not going to know. You know, you miss one show, you lose a following because they've already found somebody else that, you know, you are a timepiece, and if they have to change their watch, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Viewership is while they are great and they're wonderful people and they support you well, they are liable to go, you know what, you're not around, we'll find somebody else.
Right. Oh yeah. But you know, like a lot of people talk about keeping a schedule. If you have a schedule, do the schedule. But one thing I want to implement in all this work is find enjoyment in it. If you can't find enjoyment in it, your viewers will see that you don't enjoy it.
Right.
You know, like, you know how it is when someone's having a bad day, but you can tell they're pretending to have a good day, but you can tell something's up, and you're like, are you okay? You know, that's kind of like, imagine that, but the person you're looking at can't respond to you, are you doing okay? You know,
right.
You know, have fun with it. Like, if you're gonna find a niche, make the niche something you enjoy. If you're gonna make a niche for yourself, make that niche enjoyment on doing the things you want to do. Because, you know, we all love different things, so don't corner yourself, but give yourself a purpose, right? And make the experience enjoyable.
Yep.
You know, as possible. Because, you know, sometimes I've been there working on a project, want something, that perfect thing done, and it just grinds your gears. But at the end, if you work hard, if you love the project and you enjoy it, you're going to get really good satisfaction out of it, and your viewers will too. You know.
Can I say something really quick?
No.
I'm not a YouTuber or anything by any of that means, but before you decide to just jump into something, do your research first. You know, watch other channels. If you get the chance to ask questions to other content creators, streamers, ask some questions about it first instead of just, you know, diving ahead first and hoping for the best. At least that's what I would. If I was going, let's say I was going to go and start streaming, I would do a lot of research and make sure something I really truly wanted. You know, ask, like for you guys, for example, ask you guys advice on starting up and stuff like that, and then you get all that research done. You're going to save yourself a little bit of time.
Oh yeah, look, it's like painting a porch. The hardest part about painting the porch that we did here was setting up the painting process, putting tape and plastic on the wall so the painting on the wall. That took more time, more effort than actually doing the project, right? So, like if you're learning something, some people need to jump in and learn it as they go. Some people need to learn it before they do. Know your learning style is what I want to get at, you know, because school does not stop once you graduate. You're learning every day after, you know. Then you're going to learn different things. Look, when I got to YouTube, I didn't realize I was going to have to take a several-year college course to learn half the stuff I know off YouTube and whatnot. There's a lot of resources out there. There's a lot of good ones, a lot of bad ones. Find the best ones if you can. And, you know, and if, like the way I did it is the way I looked for resources, I had a focus on what I wanted to do, and I researched towards that main focus because someone else has usually done something like that before.
Exactly.
You know. But any final words for the thoughts? Anybody?
No, not really.
I got my thoughts out.
All right.
Well, my final thoughts are it's not just the people who are getting into it. The people who are getting into it, that was good advice and perfect advice. My thought process also leans towards the people who are in it, who have been doing it. Let's say you've been streaming for 6 months or more. Let's give that the time frame, 6 months or more. Right. And whether you're a small audience or you're Asmongold, if you don't do it right, learn how to do it right. If you're going to do it for fun, still do it right. You don't need to have fancy overlays. No. You don't need to have a fancy cartoon character. You can have a PNG picture, a Discord reactive, and your game on the screen, and you'll still succeed. If you are wanting to talk, go live, hit the button. There's no right and wrong way to do it. People are going to tell you there's right and wrong ways to do it. The only wrong way to do it is to not put out good work by putting out. And I'm not saying it's not good work to just play a video game. I'm saying it's not good work to not put emotion and caring and at least looking at what you can do to improve yourself. Because following the same routine from day one to day end might not do it for you, and you will either get burned out, you'll lose following, or you won't grow following, or you probably will just not be satisfied. And remember, when it comes down to whatever you're doing, self-satisfaction, self-gratitude comes before the pleasing of an audience, the pleasing of a potential sponsor. And if you're not gonna be happy with what you're gonna do, then don't do it. If you're not gonna be there or or you don't have time to invest in it, you might not be able to do it. I'm not saying don't do it if you don't have the time. I'm saying you might not be able to do it. And then you'll be dividing your time if you don't have time to do it. And it'll affect the quality of what you're putting out in content. Now, I have been a big advocate of this exact conversation lately in different parts of my circle, because there have been a few potential shows that could have started a few months back because they didn't, because they said, oh, well, I can do it, but they just didn't have the time. Well, if you wanted to do it when you want to do it, oh, well, you know, it doesn't happen if you don't have the time. You can say you want to do things, you know, and when you're dealing with somebody who's going to help or be part of it, and they have open time, that open time only, that door is only open for a minute. And if you're not down in on it, and you're just like, okay, you know, this is just words I'm saying.
I get you.
But we've had a few people in the community that you know, that could have been part of our circle that isn't.
Oh no, I get you. And look, there are certain people who've missed out on certain collaborations that the experience could have helped them progress in their own channels too. So I get that. So, you know, the experience is key. Learning, knowledge, education.
Yeah, I mean,
You know?
And for those people who, if you do want to have the time and you see it opening up, you know, then when you get the time, do it. You know, you don't have to be, if you want, like, say, for example, do a talk show with a group of your friends, a morning coffee podcast, so to speak, right? But you don't have every day of the week. You only have once a month. There are some podcasts that only record once a month. You know, and those viewers will tune in for that one with more hype than they do for their weekly show. So if you want to do that, instead of diving in full board, a lot of people say just dive in and do it. There's only a few people that can successfully dive in and do it. And other people have to wade the waters until they've gotten as deep as they can go before they stick their head underwater.
All right. Oh yeah, like this show actually started as a 1 to 2 day thing a week, but there are people like, I missed this day, I can be on this day, so I added a day. Then remember, we used to be 24. We used to be 7 days a week. Then I had to cut that down. But remember, I started adding days because certain people can reach certain days.
Yep.
Which is crazy. You know, and that's how we came up to a daily show. Hope we don't get canceled by CBS. But anyways, my friends, it is that time of day to get to this.
Hit that subscribe button. Become a part of the creep.
Too much to take. Show is lit. MTG3, are you game? Rise, creep, rise, building a following as we game. Spitting fire like a dragon, no one can bring us down. MTG3 in the house, we own this town. Ripping through the beats with a fury.
All right, everybody, it is time to get to the shield section. But first of all, you've been waiting for this. I'm telling you what. Let's get to this.
Card of the day. Combo breaker.
Woo! We got it. We got a spoiler from Spider-Man. Man, it's a fun card. It's Peter Parker, costs a generic and a white. So when Peter Parker introduces, create a 2/1 green spider creature token with reach, and you can pay 1 blue, white, green, and transform Peter Parker, activate his only sorcery. And you transform to Vigilance Reach, Amazing Spider-Man, which has a mana cost, so I don't know if you can just cast this on your side. No, I think you can. Vigilance Reach, when each legendary spell you cast that's one or more colors has web slinging, blue, white, green. And you may cast a spell by using its web slinging ability. If you return a tapped creature you control to its owner's hand. That's pretty cool. Everything this one quiet. Why did everybody go quiet? Are you muted? Yeah, Hillbilly's muted.
That's an interesting mechanic there.
Yeah. It is interesting. But I'm excited. We're starting to get Spider-Man spoilers. Ironically and annoyingly, they spoiled them yesterday during the live event that you were doing. They were spoiling them throughout the early access.
Yeah, that's crazy. Well, they are dropping it. Like Edge of Eternity comes out on paper on August the 1st.
Right.
Then in September, we get Spider-Man. I mean, come on. That's way too quick. The cards are not even breathing.
Yeah, they're spoiling Peter Parker or Spider-Man, and Edge of Eternity is not even legal and selling for standard yet. All right. But anyways, that's card of the day, everybody. Now let's get to the shill section, the thrill section. Let's start off with Lone Wolf.
All right. What an awesome show today. Just follow and watch, KJ, Cowboy Dan, Hillbilly, and let's get Tortoise to over 1,000. We're getting closer, everyone.
Woo-woo. All right, then let's get to KJ.
Hey, howdy, hey, boys and girls. KJ Cowboy Dan here. Hope you're being good heads out there in chat land today. Well, my schedule for today is the MTG Roundtable with Mr. DJ Longhair. It'll be at 7 Central, 5 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. Feel free to give us a watch over there. It's going to be a night of more Magic talk. So we're gonna enjoy that. Also, don't forget that I have recently opened up my Spotify channel. We currently have one album and also a single released onto it. I'm going to be having some more stuff uploaded tonight, available for Monday release. So check out my Spotify. Also, what else? Just follow me on the socials and at KJ Cowboy Dan, and you can find out about some of the stuff going on. And you can find out about all the shows that I got going as well.
Hell yeah!
I'm brain fried today. Sorry.
Right. Check out KJ. That's right. Tisha Dude says, "We love you, Dan." Screams in fangirl language.
I got all the ooh woo out of that. I will take that.
All right.
And I will screenshot that too.
Hey, everybody. I didn't stream this morning because I was resting up from doing a long couple of streams last night. Did the early access for Age of Eternities, which will be out on Arena on the 29th. But anyway, it was fun. Bunch of great cards. But this afternoon, I will be at 2 o'clock, usual time. I will be doing a arena stream. I'm not going to be able to put the new cards, but they won't be out yet. He took the cards away from me, dag blanket. But anyway, I will see everybody at 2 o'clock this afternoon. All I got to say for today.
Super Fast Tortoise, what you doing today? Well, I got a story about you that you're going to want to make the way. Today we got Commander game at 7 p.m. If you want to be in, let me know through a DM. We're going to play a Bracket 3 Commander game tonight. We're going to play Commander with Hillbilly. If you want to play with us on Discord, let me know. Later on, yes. I almost thought it was Wednesday, but I didn't do nothing Wednesday. But yeah, so Thursday night, Commander night, it's going to be a blast. I don't know what I'm doing, but hey, we're going to play some Commander. But with that, I want to remind you all that you're amazing. I want to thank you guys for watching the show. Everybody in chat, everybody who was here in chat, and everybody here on the show. You rock, you rule. I want to remind you that you're loved. Someone's thinking about you. And if you can, say and or do something positive for someone today because he might be the change they need. With that, I want to thank my channel members for doing what you do. And I want to thank you, my subscribers, for growing the channel the way that you do. Thank you for liking the video and all the stuff. With that, let's get to that sweet, sweet outro.
Start the morning with coffee in your cup. Time to hang out with friends and chat it up. Bring a smile and good luck. Hit that like button and let's chat it up. Good times start with us, you and me. Good morning, welcome to the morning coffee show. Let's talk from in the shell and share good vibes and good times. Friends and friends have been the senses. Let's get a bit senseless. Welcome to the morning coffee show, where we bring good vibes and good times. Welcome to the morning coffee show.